This week on Gadget Inspectors Express, Harry's on holiday, so I'm flying solo to show you the new LG Orange watch phone. Now this beauty was shown off at CES in Las Vegas earlier this year, but it's the first opportunity we've had to get some hands-on time with this classy timepiece. If you've ever fancied yourself as a sort of James Bond super spy, then you definitely need to have a wristwatch that can also make phone calls, and that's exactly what this LG phone does. Beautiful strap, lovely 1.5-inch screen, really good, really responsive touchscreen. But is it all a pretty face, or does it actually serve some purpose as well as a day-to-day gadget? Well, I've been wearing it for a couple of hours now. I have to say, I actually really like it. It feels good and firm on the wrist, really comfortable, and the screen actually isn't too big. I was a bit worried it would be like having a sort of TV monitor on your wrist, but it's actually quite wearable. The touchscreen itself is really responsive, so that's very good when you want to make a phone call very quickly. There are two types of phone call that you can make, a voice call as you would do on a normal mobile phone, or a video call, and that's where the fun really starts, because you basically get to stand there in the street talking like this to your friend, so very classy. Now of course the problem is, if you want to make a private phone call, you don't necessarily want everybody around you to hear what you're saying, and the built-in speaker on this does play it out loud. The way of getting around this is using the bundled Bluetooth headset, which Orange has put in the box along with the watch, which allows you to make and receive private calls. Now apart from that, it's also got 80 meg of internal memory, which is a pretty paltry amount, but the idea is that you're supposed to be able to store a few songs on there to while away the morning commute. It's got an address book as well as Bluetooth, so it's quite good for hooking up to your computer, and all in all, it's actually a really usable, wearable device. At £500 though, it's pretty expensive, and it's not nearly as fully featured as some other smartphones that you would get at the higher end of the market. But look, at the end of the day, it's a fashion piece, it's a style statement. It's a gadget for people who love gadgets, rather than a phone for people who need to make calls. If you've got 500 quid burning in your pocket and you've always had a yearning to be a super spy like James Bond, then this is the device you need to buy. I'm going to give the Orange LG wristwatch a time-tastic 8 out of 10.
Okay, one more time.
Do you like the sound effects as well?
Yeah, please do.